YMCA in downtown Grand Rapids is host of the 6th annual Grand Rapids Marathon Start, Finish, and Expo. We are about to explore the building on a gorgeous autumn day.
Luke, what's up?
Hey, Mike.
You can see the runners, families flocking in.
The half.
Oh yeah, looking good. See the booth here for Metro Health, the title sponsor of the Grand Rapids, Metro Health Grand Rapids Marathon.
I'll be able to share this.
I think we have a spinning nutrition wheel here, eh? Cool.
Go ahead.
We have a winner.
Enough of those. Thanks for stopping.
You can see the thousands signed up. Folks looking up their numbers here. Not far at all from the packet pickups.
Yeah, I still have that back.
Hey, Tanya, do we want to...
Whole families on hand. Many are going to be taking part in the Children's Marathon starting shortly here on Saturday. Just had a celebrity pace teams at the Grand Rapids Marathon. Rick, tell me about what you have to offer.
Well, we do pace teams here at the Grand Rapids Marathon, kind of like the big races, Chicago and New York, but we do it a little bit differently. Instead of having a certain time that people are trying to run, like 5 hours or 4 hours and 30 minutes, we base all our finish times on celebrity finish times and times that those celebrities have actually run in races. It works out to be about the same, but I think it's more fun this way.
And we have a few options here.
We have pace teams that go from fast to not so fast. Our slowest pace team is the Al Gore pace team. Al Gore actually ran the Marine Corps Marathon in 4 hours and 58 minutes. So we have a team in his honor, the Inconvenient Pace Team. Being the green pace team that they are, we have an alternative energy source at the top here, which the team has a lot of fun with. They like to chant while they're running. They say, "We are Al Gore." They have
May the wind power be always at their backs.
and this team leaves a very small environmental footprint.
Excellent, excellent.
And the next fastest team is sponsored or endorsed by John Bingham, the Penguin from Runner's World. He actually has run this time in a marathon, and he actually has autographed or signed as a waddle on John the Penguin Bingham.
Indeed.
And he has actually, I've run with him a few times, and he's very supportive of this whole concept.
Excellent.
Oprah, I'm not sure if she would be as supportive if she actually knew about this, but we have a team Oprah. Oprah ran also the Marine Corps Marathon in 4 hours and 29 minutes. The people who run with the pace teams wear a little sign on their back, which they shows which pace team they're on, and all the signs have a picture of the celebrity and the time. Oprah, you get a choice. There's actually 2 pictures for Oprah. We've got a picture of kind of a slim, svelte Oprah and slightly more heavy-set Oprah.
That looks like the slim svelte
I
one?
think that's the heavy-set one.
That's the
actually.
heavy-set one.
So people do get an option for that team. So
Excellent.
It's kind of neat, and it's really fun if you're pacing this team, which I've done before. You can late in the race, you can really urge people on, saying, "Come on, are you going to let this woman beat you? Come on, push it, push it." It's a fun team.
Serious incentive.
Yes, then our next fastest team is the P. Diddy Pacers. P. Diddy ran the New York Marathon in 4 hours and 14 minutes. Not all of our Pacers are necessarily great role models, but P. Diddy did raise about $2 million for charity when he ran his race, so we named a team for him as well.
Absolutely.
Will Ferrell ran the Boston Marathon in 3 hours 56 minutes. Conveniently, that's exactly 9 minutes per mile. So we named a team for him, Will Ferrell sub-4s. For those people out there trying to break 4 hours, this is a fun team to do it with. We got to pick for the pictures here which character of Will's we like the best. Personally, I prefer his Mustafa character from the Austin Powers movie, so that's the one we went with. Our next fastest team is George W. Bush, and actually that sign is out right now.
Oh my goodness.
One of our pacers is walking around the Expo with it, but it's a very nice, elegant picture of W.
Okay.
It's called the, oh, here we have it.
Wait,
right
here he is.
It's W's running mates.
The former president?
Yes, and believe it or not, W did run a 3:44 marathon at the Houston Marathon, and was actually a very fast runner. And even when he was president, he used to routinely run sub 7-minute miles. So, he's actually quite a good runner. Our next fastest pace team is 3:29. It's for Billy Baldwin. Our celebrities start to get a little bit sketchier here at this point. Billy Baldwin's maybe not the household name that some of the other pacers are.
Do you get the same actress if you run a sub 329? Oh, that's...
This is actually Alec Baldwin. We decided to use pictures of Alec since he was a little more recognizable. And since he was married to Kim Basinger at the time, we thought we'd use Billy Baldwin's sister-in-law. Was actually, we had more fun putting her on the poster than we did Billy Baldwin. But,
understandably.
But we do respect Billy Baldwin's time. At 3:29
3:29 is a good
marathon time. They're running just about 8 minutes per mile, a hair faster than 8 minutes per mile. Then we've got 3:14. It'd be the next logical step. They're roughly 15 minutes apart. 3:14 is our next fastest time. We really tried to find somebody who had run a 3:14 marathon, and it just couldn't find any celebrities out there. So my wife came up with the idea of, why don't you use Pi? I said, that's a great idea. Everyone knows that Pi was Phidippides' brother in ancient Greece.
Absolutely.
And when Phidippides was inventing the marathon, Pi was more interested in mathematics and was playing around with circles and diameters and circumferences, and I thought we should have him in his honor as well. For the first time this year, we have a bunch of really fast pacers who've been clamoring for a faster pace team for some time. We had a lot of runners last year run 3 hours or 2:59 at the Grand Rapids Marathon. So we thought we would do something for them. And so we've got a 2:59 pace team named for Lance Armstrong. It's in honor of Lance's first marathon, was the New York Marathon, where he ran 2:59. And we've got some great runners running this team. We've got Matt Smith is one of the pacers. He almost qualified for the Olympic trials in the marathon. We've got Chris Gregory is going to be running the full marathon at this time, and he came in second at the Maui Marathon a few weeks ago. So we've got some amazing runners who will be pacing this team.
Fantastic. What a group. And what about the Haile Gebrselassie team? Will you be leading that, the 2:03:59 pace team?
If Haile comes here himself, he can lead that pace team. We'd be happy to have him. He'd be a welcome pacer. But we've got a great group of pacers. We've got 46 people pacing this race. We have approximately about 4,000 runners running the race. So if you would do the math, I mean, it works out to there's more than one pacer for every 100 runners. So you get a lot of individual attention here from the pacers. They're there on the course. They'll serve as coaches, mentors, give you inspiration along the way. They keep you from going too fast early. Make sure you have a smart race in terms of when you eat and when you drink. And then by the end of the race, they're kind of giving you a kick in the pants and kind of motivating you all the way to the finish. Some of the bigger races, Chicago Marathon, I paced that race. They have 96 pacers. They do a wonderful job. But for 96 pacers, for 40,000 runners, it's one pacer for every about 500 runners. At the New York Marathon, it's one pacer for every 1,500 runners. So you can see here at the Grand Rapids Marathon, you get a lot more individual attention, much more personalized experience, and I think the pacers can be of a lot more help to you here than at some of the other big races.
Well, whatever pace you run, you have to have a beautiful day tomorrow. The weather looks splendid. The friendliness here is peerless.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, it's looking like a great day. We've had great weather many years in a row. Some races seem to be blessed, some seem to be cursed. Keep our fingers crossed. So far, we've been blessed with good weather.